Welcome back to NBA Minds. In this video, I'll be going over who I think are the top 10 NBA players going into the 2023-24 season. I know I'll get a lot of complaints about the order of my list, but just hear me out. First, let's start off with some players that didn't make the list. I'll start with Kawhi and Anthony Davis, since the reason I don't have either of them in my top 10 is the same. Injuries. Post-COVID, these two have combined played less than half the total games. Both these guys are great players when healthy, All-NBA, DPOY candidate type of players, but I can't rank someone who only plays half the games. I just can't. Next, we have SGA. I'm super optimistic about SGA's future, but I first need to see him in the playoffs. It's that simple. I can't put him over tenured vets if he's never even been in the playoffs. Enough said, now on to the actual list. Starting at number 10, Kevin Durant. Just a couple of years ago, I had KD no question in my top 3, but after the Boston meltdown when he got swept, his mediocre playoff performance this year, and the fact he never plays more than 55 games a year anymore, he has to be moved down. Next up, at number 9, we have LeBron James. Whether or not it's due to injuries or age, LeBron has fallen off in the last couple of years. Anyone who disputes that is just lying to themselves. He's still a great player, but we all need to accept that Father Time is inching closer and closer. Number 8, Devin Booker. I think after last year, when Booker stunk it up in Game 7 against Luka, a lot of people doubted him, including myself. But he did come back and have a great regular season this year and got revenge by absolutely killing it in the playoffs. He's earned this spot. At number 7, we have Ja Morant. Despite all the news regarding the whole gun situation, he's truly a guy that can lead a team. Every time they've made the playoffs, he's been absolutely amazing. I give him the slight edge over Booker because he's a more gifted passer, and that's something that I value. But if you did take Booker, I wouldn't be mad. Number 6, Joel Embiid. I don't think much explaining needs to go into this, but to put it simply, Embiid doesn't have any flaws to his game. One of the best scorers in the league, can shoot, and is also a pretty overlooked defender if you ask me. His only issue is his health and his playoff performances. If he played more and didn't have as many meltdowns in the playoffs, he'd for sure be higher on the list. At the number 5 spot, Jason Tatum. It feels like just yesterday he was a 19-year-old rookie, but now he's a superstar. Someone you can truly rely on. Again, one of the best scorers in the league, super clutch, and proved that he can lead a team as the number 1. I am curious to see if he can get any better in the next couple of years before he hits his peak. Maybe he could improve his passing or his defense. At number 4, we have Luka Doncic. From day one, we all knew that Luka would be a great all-around player, but that hasn't yet equated to winning. There's a part of me that feels like his stats are a little bit fake, just because he does have the ball in his hands almost every single play. Like, I'm not going to sit here and call Luka a great rebounder since his career average is 8.6. He's never even had a player on his team that was 10 plus rebounds a game. Number 3, Steph Curry, the greatest shooter ever. It seems like as the years go by, he just keeps getting better and better, and after the 2022 NBA Finals, I feel like he finally got the respect that he's always wanted. It also helps that his game doesn't purely rely off athleticism. Last year, statistically, he actually had one of his best years he's ever had. As you can see, he had his 3rd highest points per game and field goal percentage of his career, and also he had his highest ever rebounds per game. As LeBron would say, he's aging like fine wine. At number 2, and the runner-up of this list, Giannis Antetokounmpo, a guy who takes pride in playing as much as possible. One of the best players offensively, and arguably the best player defensively, he's almost impossible to stop. His only flaws are free throws and three-point shooting, but he's proved he can win with the way he plays. Finally, at number 1, Nikola Jokic. I think it's an argument for Giannis to be over him, but I personally value passing over defense. It allows a player to run a team better and get the other players involved. And also, I just think it gives you a higher chance at winning. Jokic is probably the most dominant player in the league right now, and on top of that, he's no question the best passing center to ever exist. That's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think of my list in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.